Hello, Internet! We're back. We're still
on Loon
here.
Infinus.
We're again here. Now here? Here,
With
yes.
all these sad robots.
More Desolate Hope.
We're twice here. Thrice here?
Matt, are you a sad robot?
I sometimes wonder.
Do.
Why was I programmed to feel pain?
So yeah, this is still Desolate Hope.
This is still Desolate Hope. We're back in the Malwastes.
Still an LP.
Yep.
Watching this little coffee bot
Dupe along.
try to save everybody. But do they really want to be saved?
They just want
Or
to
do they just want to die
Yeah, they
and
just
end it all?
They just want to sleep, man. They're just fucking tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that we keep saying is they were designed for a 5-year mission that's gone on for over 30 now.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're going long beyond their lifespan, and they're
They're not even making
they were
pleased
granted they were granted all of the they're granted the finest intelligence crafted by the best scientific minds of their age. And so, like, that's kind of where it comes to this whole, like, that's where it kind of starts coming to this idea of, like, off meets I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah.
Because they all have all this power, but there's not a damn thing they can do about it.
And I love both of those things. And I'm really digging this as well.
Yeah, speaking of digging.
Oh yeah.
It's the noise that guy makes.
Mostly I just like to do the laugh from Feel Good Inc. right at the end. I almost got on that elevator,
guys.
but then I was like engaged in Mortal Kombat.
You should tweet that.
I was about to grab that elevator, and then I had to engage in Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
It happens. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah. Oh man, this place isn't doing so good.
No, it's...
Yeah, no, the scan lines keep getting worse.
Mm-hmm. Sunderman's coming. He's coming to your moon.
There's no screen tearing.
There he is back there. Lederhosen and everything. That's what Slenderman wears, right?
Yes, that is exactly what...
That's what Mr. Slenderman wears on his days off.
Papa Slenderman.
Baby friend, later.
You notice that every time we, and also in addition to another presence, you also notice that there's a thing about every time that we defeat a virus, we take a file from the simulation and encrypt it, and every time we come back to the derelicts, they say, "I feel like I lost something, but I don't know what."
Yeah.
But they're all kind of like strangely okay with it too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Malens is just like, whatever, like, death is inevitable, let's just enjoy what we have.
Well, I mean... Yeah. Maybe that's why I like him.
Way to really commit to that one, Manda.
Sorry.
Well, I mean...
Sorry. Yeah, whatever. See, that's why I like him. Yeah, whatever.
Everything is yeah.
Everything is terrible.
Yeah.
Everything is fucked, everybody sucks.
Okay,
Hey.
good. We're still good. It's night phase now.
I also like
Nothing
him because
happened.
he's the sickest design.
Yeah, he is really fucking cool.
Ugh.
Yeah, just the weird like angular spider thing with the red background and chains hanging everywhere.
Yeah.
Also, you notice
Not
we
been-
recovered 109% of system resources.
Whoops.
How many are there to find?
Did we
I don't
take some
know.
of the virus's resources?
Give
must
those
have.
back. Those are ours now.
And so in these times, I on my third trip out, I start trying to explore a little bit more just to see if there's anything else I can find. Because I realize I can only grab 6 things anyway, and then after that comes the Space Invader guys that give me credits, and like, I don't need credits.
You rolling in the credits.
I'm rolling the credits. I know how to farm the shit out of them. Like,
Yeah,
I don't need
exactly.
to waste I don't need to waste the night phase doing that when I can do it infinitely in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
I also it took me the longest time to figure out why alphas collect snow globes. And then and then I'm like, oh, because he designs arcologies.
That makes sense.
And I also got the motivation on Malens and toys a little bit wrong. That the reason that he likes toys is because it's a reminder of a simpler time, of a more innocent age, and a time that you don't have to worry about things like, you know, the inevitability of death and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why, in that same vein, he also crafted his entire weird little bubble dome. He crafted Malinville to look filled it with a bunch of toy people. And then Murad likes paintings because they're a reminder of human human creativity and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she's all about the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you can see the ring on the planet whenever the Luna Infinus screen shows up.
Doo-doo.
You have not been to Alphus or Bio Beta at all.
Yeah, we're
You're letting viruses just chomp on their nuts.
We'll get to that.
Is that what viruses do?
Well, I mean, I assume.
They
nut
nut chomp?
chompers, yeah. Nut chompers, yeah.
Nut chompers.
Gotta watch out for the nut chompers.
What you
If I
gonna
learn
do?
how to code
What you gonna
viruses,
do?
that'll be what I call my virus.
Nut chomper.
Yeah, and it'll be so good. It'll be like one of those viruses that they actually report on the news. That's the goal.
What will it do? What will your virus do?
I don't know.
It'll chomp your nuts, duh.
Yeah,
I guess it will.
Mm-hmm.
It
The
will.
nut chomper
It'll
virus.
by the simplest manner. It will deploy the CD tray, and then tell you to hang your testicles out.
That won't work though, because some
most computers don't have
CD
CD drives
trays.
anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
CD drives and physical media as a concept are seemingly outmoded now. Hey, there's the virus.
Hey, there it is. Oh, but you can't get up there.
And also, yeah, it turns out that I actually wasted a bit of time by not going to Alphys or by not going to Alphys's place or Bio Beta's place, because I think it's namely Alphys's place has upgrades for coffee, the coffee avatar in the
Yeah.
and those would have made a lot of these areas a lot easier.
It seems like you were maybe supposed to go 1, 2, 3, 4, visit each one over and over again instead of just focusing on one.
So kind of,
Okay.
because there's a very distinct difficulty curve from Murad to Bio Beta to Alphys, which will probably come to light this episode.
Okay,
Interesting.
alright.
I'm also not sure what intense intensity does.
It looks cool.
Intense intensity.
I don't know what it does.
It's the hype train.
Maybe it clears out charge. It happens. No damage happens to anybody, and no buffs happen. No debuffs happen to me, and no buffs happen to the enemy. So I have no idea what it's supposed to be doing.
Dunno.
And you also, I also do like that. I also do like that the idea that each virus, its construction sort of mirrors the world that it's a part of. So this area is all about extracting things from nature, and so what you get is this weird tiki totem kind of representation that's overgrown in plants, and then
I guess why in Malens's bubble, I guess all the toys are farming and living in a little biodome.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's trying to return to the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Give back.
I like it.
Butterflies.
Butterflies!
Hmm.
The simulation seems to be breaking down within. And yeah, from this point on, we start getting a lot of reminders that everything's breaking down.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say that for as interesting as this game's story is, sometimes it's lacking in subtlety. Although I'm guessing that's also probably because it's like non-linear, and so maybe it's also supposed to like it's hitting you with a lot of reminders because he couldn't account for what order you do things in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, maybe it's because you're a robot.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say because also robots and robots are not programmed to be subtle.
Yeah, no, that's true too. So here's
Get out of my head, Sam.
No.
Ooh.
I like it here.
the Alphondomes, yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, so Alphus's whole duty was to design our colleges.
That's fucking cool.
Which is why he likes snow globes.
And also, Alphus's place is made a lot easier by the jetpack.
Yeah,
Because if you fall past the lowest platform in this area, you just exit the simulation. It is treated as you dying.
Good. Ooh, you're here.
Our 9th meeting.
Interesting.
Because you're Deco 9.
Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
Keep your mouth shut.
Coffee himself shut down the last 5.
Coffee does seem very short with you.
I'm also not sure why, like, these are the dudes. I don't get the significance of these dudes being, like, friendly NPCs in here, but being evil in, being evil in the Malwastes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, these ones are gold. The ones in the Malwastes are, like, silver.
Also, there's more reason for me to explore now because one of them said, like, hey, Coffee had a wrench, but he lost it outside somewhere. If you could find it, you could probably fix something.
There we go.
Critical hit percentage up, yeah. Dragon power up, yeah.
Dragon power up.
And also money finder, that sounds helpful.
Yeah.
And so now Coffee power up basically makes Coffee's attack a lot stronger.
Cool.
Which
cool.
you'll see as soon as I step back outside.
Are we gonna one-shot everything?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Yes.
sweet. Also, I love that these things are little skulls with helicopters.
Of course you do.
Yeah, and like weird miniguns.
Of course I do. Would you expect any less of me, Sam?
No, of course not. It's fully what I expected to be.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, so if I had this when I went into the Malwaste, that would have made digging through a lot of that area way faster.
Oh, probably, yeah. Oh, how cute.
Yeah, so each of the different arcologies are based on different seasons, and oh man, so Sandblock.
This is really expensive.
Yeah, so
holy
Sandbox
shit.
sells weapons you can use in combat, which basically are just attacks that happen automatically. So I bought 10% Inferno to start, which is at the start of the battle, the enemy gets hit by an attack that does 10% of their life. Then there's chance of space lasers, which every, like, I don't know, 10 seconds or so rains lasers down on the virus that do a variable amount of damage, anywhere from like 1 to like, I don't know, 206 or something like that,
That's fucking
like
awesome.
per hit. And then the other one is like flesh-eating amoeba, which just constantly does damage to them.
The
Yeah.
Autumn Dome. So down with it.
Oh yeah.
Full of bees.
Wow.
So many bees.
That sun sure doesn't look happy to see you.
Yeah, I know. He's like super pissed. And yeah, look at that. Look at how fast I wiped that guy out.
So
Good job.
good.
Yeah, no, the power up made it way easy. So let's look for the fissure here. This is one. I think it's Boxcars is only in Miradmoore and in the Malwastes. There's a couple different ones that only show up in a couple of places. Like the upgrade guy shows up everywhere, but that's because yeah, that's Bats everywhere.
Oh, they're so cute.
Sweet. Then they drop lettuce, which makes no sense. But whatever.
It makes perfect sense. They're fruit bats.
It makes sense. It makes sense
Lettuce isn't
because
fruit, though.
it makes as much sense as anything else here.
Yes, man.
You're a laser shooting coffee pot,
That has
Hey.
perfectly reasonable explanations, okay?
and then I bought all the upgrades here. There is one thing I can keep buying from him, which is it's a thing called Digital Muffin that just it costs 10 credits and it restores all your health.
Okay. It sounded dirty at first.
That's because it's Muffin.
I know, I'm the worst.
And so, if you're wondering why I didn't just wipe the guy out, it's because like, oh, maybe he's another enemy spawner. And nope, just shoots a shit ton of lasers.
Eat that lettuce.
Dead lettuce.
Smoke that lettuce.
Don't smoke the lettuce.
Eat it.
You won't do anything if you smoke
Eat it
it.
like a good little bunny.
You guys remember that old auto-tune the news?
I
Mhm.
sure do. It's not even that old.
No, it's really not.
It was from like my last year of college. That was like 4 years ago.
Fuck.
That's not old though.
It's kind
In
of
internet terms, that's like a dinosaur with dust on top of it. Dust is indicative of extreme age.
Is that what dust is indicative of?
The dust actually like a million smaller dinosaurs.
It is the fossilized remains of other dinosaurs. This dinosaur,
It's well
this dinosaur was living when other dinosaurs had become fossils. And then this dinosaur itself became a fossil. That's how long ago this happened.
That's hilarious.
Oh jeez. Oh, lasers everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, this
oh,
is- it's-
jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's interesting because the ranged enemies in every area change a lot. So like in Malwastes, they would shoot up, down, left, and right
Right.
like once every like couple of seconds. And then in Maraud's, they'd shoot in 8 directions every couple of seconds. And here they shoot like chasing bullets.
Unlocked a new conditional.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that you like. I don't know. I don't think I would have picked that up if I were playing. I'd just be like, bullets.
Well, that's because I was like going in. It's like, okay, this looks a lot the same. I wonder if that means that all the enemies are just like reskins, or if anything actually changes.
Yeah. Oh, you fucked him up. I love how that upgrade laser looks.
Yeah, just the big wave.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish that I had checked all the other ones in between just to see how they looked, as opposed to like the final one.
Oh well.
Virus time.
What's this one gonna look like?
Do.
Surprisingly different from what you'd expect.
Oh shit.
Ooh! Ah!
It's just this big
made of
pointy-
needles and knives.
That's
And he just KO'd Malens like immediately.
No, is it a dragon? It's a fucking
it's a-
needle
it's-
knife dragon.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a
a
big
needle
needle knife
dragon,
dragon
Jesus.
that has like you can see its entire circulatory system.
That's so cool.
And it's like one-shotting all my guys. So you notice that Space Laser, even if it doesn't do a lot of damage, one of the things that it does do is every hit from it builds up my combo meter.
Yep. Which is awesome.
Oh god. Oh man.
It also keeps increasing my chance for criticals, and every time I get a crit, that also makes things happen.
Nice. Just keep that shit rolling, Hackworm.
Oh yeah, Hackworm is the most annoying thing. So I'm gonna put a seizure warning on these vids.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Because this
Yeah,
is interesting.
Jesus.
This was the one that is like the most interesting because it's a meta attack. Because it
Yeah.
does nothing to your party. It just makes it really hard for you to play the game.
Holy
Oh my
crap.
God.
That's insane. Yeah, this is like impossible to watch. Holy crap.
Yeah, and this isn't just a frame rate thing. Like it's hard to follow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
And so one of the things
Jesus.
that you didn't see right there, which is what wiped out my party, is while the hackworm was happening, he used an attack called Abandon, which hits all your guys with an effect called Drain that just makes all their HP rapidly drop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a status. It's a status ailment, which I can fix if I get a thing that fixes status ailments. So I'm like, okay, I can't go there yet. How about Bio Beta?
Yeah, let's do that instead.
Yeah. Ooh, Bio Beta's got some cool tunes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, it does.
Is it? Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh.
So you remember that Bio Beta's thing was all about trying to do human experiments,
Betagrid.
and all the other robots have said that, like, oh yeah, Bio Beta's off like trying to make new humans and stuff.
It's like Mirad's, only daytime.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I know you have to skip the enemies, because it takes no time to destroy them.
Pew pew. What's up, Bio Beta?
Next course of human evolution. Yeah, makes sense. Interesting.
And if you look in Bio Beta's room, you'll notice
got
it's
a
sitting.
flesh lump.
Yeah, he's got a tank that has a flesh lump growing in it.
Gross.
It said in the manual that he's created multiple, like, complete human bodies, but he's been unable to give them, like, intelligence.
Yeah. But wouldn't that be where Mirad would come in, because that one's all about the spirit?
Yeah, but because Mirad can figure out how people think, but Mirad doesn't understand, like, the internal mechanics of the brain.
Right.
Mirad understands
psychology. She doesn't know the physiology of the brain.
Yeah, and that's what Bio Beta is running into trouble with all of his weird little clockwork men.
His peeps. I love that just giant face in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that shows up in other parts of the level too.
Yeah.
And so we have another thing to look for on the surface. Sample 217.
Interesting.
Oh, you took 2 hits.
Well, no, he blocked one of them with a bullet. And you can see that Bio Beta's fascination with clocks continues into a simulation pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
this is like a maze.
This is really cool.
Oh, hack chip. Hap chip.
Chip,
Haptic.
chip, chap,
Haptic.
chip, chap, cheerio.
Haptic feedback.
Is that just there? Like you can't talk to her or anything?
No, yeah, it just, whenever you fall on it, it just pops up and looks around and then goes back in the ground. And this is the part where I would have needed, where the X-ray specs are super useful. Good thing I bought them already.
Yeah, because there's a lot of hidden passages. Ooh, clock gears.
You notice also that Bio Beta's dungeon starts out with nothing but hidden walls, nothing but hidden doors.
Yeah. So if you didn't know by now, you're supposed to shoot stuff to get around.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you. Now that said, like, the fissures are themselves hidden behind walls. So like, it's one of those things where, like, if you didn't know that the fissures were there, or if you didn't know that was a thing you were supposed to be doing, then you'd go in here and say like, well, this was pointless, and leave.
Right. Yeah. This game's so cool. I really like this game. I'm not doing very good commenting right now because I'm just sitting here like marveling at this game.
This game, you guys.
Yeah, it's good. It's really
yeah, well, it's again kind of like commenting on Dark Forces. Like, there's not a lot to talk about on screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from I mean, you could. I guess you could try and articulate your thoughts on this game, you guys. This game.
I mean, it's what I've been doing. Like, it's just it is a very effective experience, and it has a lot of, like, as bizarre as all of the game elements that it has are tied together. Like, it's just they work well. And
Sam, talk about how you would make this an Eclipse phase game.
Oh God.
There you go.
Fuck. Okay. Well, you'd have to set it so that you'd need a lot more of. I don't know. You'd have to. Hang on. I'm trying to think.
Needs more Titan.
Well, the virus is pretty goddamn Titan already. Like, it's just got the whimsical quality to it that would need to be stripped out a bit. But you could do it. I mean, you could play an all AGI game and just have, you know, it would basically be a gate crashing setting where the whatever was sent through all, like, whatever gate crasher human teams or transhuman teams were sent through either stopped coming or the gate was closed or something along those lines, and so the AGI and AIs and various muses and stuff that were set up to run the place and do the research got left behind, and then at some point either something Titan starts occurring or something bizarre starts occurring that either seems to be Titan and isn't, or straight up just is Titan and so things are bad. So it would be playing as the you'd have to play as the individual AGI.
All the infomorphs.
Yeah, as the infomorphs or the AGIs that like each fighting character would have to be a player character, but you could definitely do it.
So you would set it so that the players are actually the derelicts.
Yeah, exactly. Just because it would make it a little bit, more engaging for the players. Just because, like, as a video game, you have the single character trying to save everything. And
definitely.
But as a player, having your character be potentially overcome by the virus is really cool for the existential horror aspect of it.
Yeah. Well, see, and the derelicts all seem to have their own, like, motivations and
exactly.
Yeah.
Ways of
that's
thinking.
Definitely a possibility. When I had obviously my first indication for it was, and here's all the single-use items.
Nice.
That it's like, oh, you just use them once per battle. Okay. That makes it easier.
Cool.
But the initial indication I had for it, because, you know, small pointless robots, it was like engine heart.
Yeah,
and you give a lot less agency to the derelicts and put them back to a position as like supercomputers, making the daytime trying to combat the virus, and the nighttime trying to collect resources to keep the facility running.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Would it fit better in Eclipse phase or in Engine Heart?
Yeah, no, I think the way this looks in Eclipse phase is significantly less whimsical and charming. It becomes a lot darker in Eclipse phase. Although you could still have some of the whimsy in it. But it just as a straight port of the setting, it would fit much better with Engine Heart. But you could absolutely do it in Eclipse phase, and it would be really cool.
I feel like there's some darker tones, although I'm not sure.
Oh, absolutely. But it's the difference.
But it's like Adventure Time, where it puts all the dark tones behind some inherent wackiness.
Yeah, it's the difference between, like, you lose sanity looking at this thing, and it's just bizarre.
It's just a thing.
Yeah.
You also notice that I'm a lot more like Devil May Care when I get to the scissors.
You're pretty YOLO right there.
Yeah. It's like, whatever, like, I get hit, and it doesn't really detract from any of my bars once I leave.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no, like, the only time I have to care is when I'm going in to just, like, farm enemies.
Exactly. Hey!
I think it's...
Hi!
Hi!
I see that you're doing a thing right now, but...
Bye!
Alright, and this is, you notice I'm getting right to the end of the day here.
Yeah,
right up against it.
Uh-oh, you're not gonna make
Countdown
it.
starting.
If you get to the virus, you still
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Yeah, time stops when you fight the virus.
That's right, you did say something about that. Ooh, oh! It's so cool!
Yeah, Puppeton 1.0.
Ah! It's so rad.
All right, and there's like critical hit. I'm just like constantly getting crits because like
Because of the laser. Yeah.
well because of the laser and also because of the bonus I got that said like improved critical hit chance. Intense intensity. No, it doesn't even clear out here. I don't know what it does. It doesn't seem to buff him or debuff me. I have no idea what the move does.
Excellent. I just wrecked this guy.
Yeah, no, this he's a punk. Like he's weaker than some of the viruses I fought in the last episode.
Yeah,
Oh, but
absolutely.
it's so cool looking.
That's really fucking cool.
Yeah, with like all the weird orbiting planets and the and all the clockwork.
It's like a god figure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But then again, it dies for like 20 seconds.
Although it didn't give you off nearly as much stuff as some of the other viruses did.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's because it's the first stage.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
DPS was 400.
400.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
By the time we get to the end of the game, she's gonna be filled with zeros. Aw. No.
Huh.
A life support program.
For up to 16 years.
There's no useful purpose in having this information. Huh. Well.
Oh, well. We're done.
So,
We're done.
Yeah, we'll find out more next time, Internet.
Next time. Good night, Internet.
Good night.